Okay, today is Labor Day, Monday, September 4th, and I'm going to go over some of my routine, what I look for. So let's kind of go through it. So the first thing you want to do is you want to download the IBD 50. These are the highest growth, sales-oriented earnings expectation stocks that there are out there. And to get this, you need to get the paper at investors.com, have it shipped to you. You'll get it every Saturday, and you just kind of keep on updating the list as you get the paper. So as soon as I get the paper, I go into my folder. It says IBD 50, and of course, if you're wondering where I am right now, this is marketsmith.com. So you definitely want to have your own MarketSmith account as well. So two things you're going to need: investors account and also a MarketSmith account. So that'll help you out and get you started, on the right foot. So again, what I've done is I've just simply loaded all of them in the order. Pay no attention to the number here. It's why this doesn't say 1. The reason is because these change over time, and what I do is I just simply drag them up where I need to drag them. If they've gone a little higher, this is number 1 on the growth or the IBD 50, and so forth for this week. But now we're going to be looking at the stocks. It's also important to know if you go into your investors.com account, all you do is let's see here. All right, so we're in investors.com. We're going to click on the big picture. And we simply, and in the paper, when you get the physical paper, it actually tells you, but if you really want to do this, full time, or part time, maybe even full time, then I would recommend that you log into investors.com, at the end of each night, and kind of see if the market did change. I'm not sure why this does not go away. I'm not a financial advisor, so there's my disclaimer. So I just click on here. It says NASDAQ has the best week of 2017, and I simply read it. That's all I do. I do pause the video. We'll pause it here in a second as it's loading. There you go. And autoplay off. And read it. On the left-hand side, it'll tell you what the current outlook of the market is. Obviously, for buying stocks, we want the market to be in a confirmed uptrend. If it does say uptrend under pressure, then we'll be looking for different ideas. We'll be looking for ideas to bet on individual stock going down. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll get rid of that, and then I will go back into my MarketSmith, and there I am. So I'm going to click on this so we can kind of see the chart. And if the charts are confusing to you, don't worry. We're going to take this one step at a time. What am I looking for? First of all, what I'm looking for is a couple things. I'm going to show you this. This will be easier for you to see. Okay, I'm looking for you can see here, the circle. If I drag the circle up a little bit, if I hit that, and then I'll go back to the circle. I'm looking for when the lines crossed. So this is considered a stochastic indicator. So when these lines cross, we're gonna get in a potential trade. So you can see here that another thing that I'm looking at is the volume. So down here is the volume. So is it higher than normal? Is it above the red line, the 50-day moving line? The answer is yes, and they did cross here. indicating a potential opportunity to buy into it. Now, was the market in a confirmed uptrend? Yes. So if we would have taken this trade would have ran up about 10 points. Now, when would we have gotten out of this trade? Well, you can get out of the trade whenever you want, when you've got a profit, right? It's up to you. But as it gets up here in the 80 range, you can see this means overbought. So this is all this time up here, it's overbought, overbought, overbought. And you can see it had a little hiccup there. That could have been your out right there. And then a little bit of up, and then boom, it went down. So we could have held it for a little bit and then gotten out of it probably around, I would have probably got out of it around here. So that's what we're looking for. So let's look at another one. Okay, so this one looks good currently right now. It is an IPO, so meaning it doesn't have a long track record, and it's obviously more risky. But with more risk, sometimes comes more return. So, so this one, you can see that the even though it's not at a 20 oversold area, it is starting to cross back up. But you can see it started crossing back up here too, and then went back down. So this it's just very risky because it doesn't have a long track record to look at. But ideally, you'd like to see it more a longer term. The stock be around a little bit longer, but you could possibly take this trade and see what happens, and kind of go from there. You might want to put your stop. Let's see here. You might want to put your stop around maybe 1888. Looks like the lows are right around there recently, 1890. So if it does fall down below that area, that's only 40% right there. So 40 cents, if it drops 40 cents, and then you could get out of the trade. But let's look at some other ones. Okay, so here's another one. Good example. It's oversold, right? It's at the 20 level. Lines are crossing. Huge volume, indicating institutional demand. You could have bought this stock for, let's see here, if we would have bought this one right. It's about 69.78 all the way up to 80. So that would be a good move too. So you can see you probably would have sold, sometimes when it was starting to roll over. So your question is, why wouldn't I just stay in it? Well, I mean, I see that you could actually put your money to work in other opportunities all the time and make money by trading, not just investing. Let's just keep looking. Okay, so this one's starting to curve up. This one looks like a good opportunity right now. Big volume. So that could be an opportunity. So this one kind of crossed over right there. Would have give you a nice move up. Still in the uptrend. Hasn't given you any indication to sell it. So I probably would still be holding that one, but I don't own that one. You can see right here, crossed over. Also, see here, we did have some volume right there, indicating you have an opportunity to get in here now. So it was 85.56 at a high of $99. That would have given you a 15-point move to the upside. This is currently one, started to curve up. I missed this one. Probably wouldn't have taken this one because I kind of do look for volume too. The volumes, we're not missing the volume there. And we just kind of keep on going through them. So now that I've showed you what to look for, let's start looking through the IBD 50. And we'll start just going through it. See if we can find something. Okay, you can see this one is Just trying to find a bottom here. And this company you probably wouldn't have heard of, stamps.com. And if I see some big volume down here, next couple days, could be an opportunity to get in for another move to the upside. I am in this one. You can see the line started moving up, gigantic volume there, and I am in this one. Now, I did have a down day on an up day in the market on Friday, but I'm not going to let that shake me out just yet. I have a profit in this stock, so I can take it. I can allow some time for it to possibly shake some people out. I just want to shake me out if this could be a good winner. Again, this is at the 20 level. This is oversold. This stock is oversold right now, and I believe this one will move higher. But my belief means nothing. It's just, if it does it, great. I'm using these indicators to give me more success in the market. So we'll just keep going through. You can see that this one's starting to point higher right here. I just didn't take it because, I mean, you certainly can do it. Your best odds is if it's oversold this level, then you have more odds of it going up. BABA. So when would you bought this stock? So right around here, gigantic volume, and then it's starting to go sideways for the last couple days. We'll see what happens there. Pretty easy once you start knowing what to look for. So if you were me, I would be looking at, how solid is this research that I'm giving you? Well, let's look at it. Oversold, chance to buy, volume. If you would have done this, it's at 139, say 139, it ran up to 170 instead of start rolling over. You can make a great living by doing that. But you got to know, but you got to spend some time going through. Okay, look at this one. Here, started rolling over. We just looked at this one, I guess. Sorry. Now this is interesting. So when all the North Korea stuff was happening, and it looked like the wasn't an uptrend. The up was not in an uptrend. I looked to make money on this stock going down. So this was overbought and had a little bit of volume to the downside, the pink volume. So I actually shorted this stock and made a little bit of money. But then what happened? Well, the market turned around. These are some fantastic stocks. So, most people believe that the stocks will go up, but the ones that go up the fastest of these, so if the market does turn around to the downside, then you're going to see these stocks roll over the fastest and go down a lot. So if you're paying attention, you can make money on the downside with these stocks. All right, just keep going through. Again, when would I buy that? Right here, right there, and you would have made currently about $4 on each share. Now that might not sound like a lot to some people, but if you're trading a bunch of shares, it is a lot of money. And compounded is a great deal of money. Okay. And you can hold some of these until they give you reason for selling too. Now look at this one. This is interesting. Rolling over, overbought, down day, closing the lows of the day, red volume. So, would that be a potential opportunity to possibly make some money on the downside? I don't know. Nutrisystem. Just can't find its footing. So this is an example of one that really didn't work. So it looked like it was starting to go back up. But I also do look, see how this looks sideways? There's not much going on at all, it's just boring. That means there's not, I like to look at the trends either up or down, but sideways is a lot tougher. But you can see the red volume there, more red volume than green than blue, meaning more people are selling it. Okay, this one looks fantastic right now, so it could be an opportunity to buy it. I mean, look at this trend. So let's look at this one. Look at this trend. Let's see if I can use an arrow. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? That's a great trend. So, I mean, ideally, you know, in hindsight, when would you have bought it? Okay, so it's oversold right here. Huge volume. And then it just starts going, and it dipped a little bit, but if you're holding on to this, I mean, it didn't go underneath the 10-day moving average, which is the green line. Had earnings, so you held it through there, went sideways for a while, and just kept on going. So if you're in this stock, congratulations. Bought Facebook the other day, made some money here and here. Can you kind of see this? Can you kind of look at what you're looking at now? Looks good, right? Let me look at that trend too, right? Great trend. And so what's interesting about this? Well, rolling over a little bit. See if it starts rolling over. So when would there be the time to buy this one? Would have been there, would have been there, and it would have been about there. And it would have given you about a, oh gosh, I don't know. So you can see why you pay attention to the IBD 50 stocks. Look at these trends are fantastic. I bought this one here, made a little bit of money. Still going up. So, how about this one? Here, here, here. Great looking stock. But that's 3 days into it. So you miss. So if you're watching this, like, yeah, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, it was perfect. That was your time to buy it. On the volume, here, and there. Same thing with Celgene. Okay, Winnebago. So bought it here, here, and here. Just a boring stock for me. I always say boring makes money, but I'd rather have a little more faster pace. This one looks fantastic. Time would have been getting this one, I believe it was on Thursday. But I didn't. I'm just in other things right now, but this one looks just fantastic. Yeah, another one. So why don't I like this as much? Just a back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, not doing much of anything. Okay, when would you buy Visa? Here, see the crossover? Here, volume. Bam. From 93 to 103 for 10 points so far right now. Okay, Regeneron here, here. Now what's the issue here? Not much volume. Okay, here. So why isn't this as much? Why don't I like this as much? Sure, you could have made a little bit of money, but it's also underneath the red line, which is the 50-day moving average line. Ideally, you'd like to see it above that. And it's also lacking volume, no volume. Okay. When would you bought this one? Here, here, and look at the volume. Okay. So you can start. So you would have rode this all the way up. You can start seeing on a Friday it started rolling over. So if you're nervous, you want to take your profit, get out. Okay, another good example. It has a lot of red volume right there. So, but it did reverse. You can see it going up here. Okay, not too much to look at. Let's see here. IPO leaders. Excuse me. So let's look at this one. Perfect example. So why would you look at IPOs? Because of this reason right here. Crossover. Here. Gigantic volume. From here all the way up to here. It's a heck of a move. See if I show you this. Here, here, here. Oh, we're losing those lines here, aren't we? I've tried this one a couple times. This is not an easy stock to trade. Let's see how it's all over the place. Okay, here, here. Yes, it's under the red line, but worth a shot. And this one was worth a shot. Okay,